Hey, welcome to A-Aron Reacts. I'm a jazz musician and salsa dancer, so I feel music in every way. Melody, harmony, lyrics, rhythm, and visuals. Every reaction is an experience, so I look forward to joining you on this journey here today. And for that, we're going to be doing a brand new artist for me, which is comes by way of a suggestion, Buy Me a Coffee from Orlov, who bought me 5 coffees and said, hey, how about a little introduction to a new artist, Noga Erez. She is just fabulous, and I will not spoil your first reaction, but she is a lot of fun, and it's right up your alley. So Orlov has been buying me several coffees and several suggestions, so I think Orlov knows, I'll love it. So looking forward to it. So this is Noga Erez, Views featuring Rousso. Live Kids Against the Machine Volume 1. I have no idea what to expect. I deliberately decided I was going to do, especially since you said I don't want to spoil your first reaction, I did zero research on this. So let's dive right in.
Hey, come on. Maya. Hey, come on. Maya. Hey, come on.
Funky.
People buy views, I know it's old news, but also bad news for everybody. People buy views, I know it's old news, but I got bad news for everybody. Holy water is no juice, but I know us Jews, we don't like to lose to anybody. People buy views, but I don't buy views. Don't turn on my fuse and watch your back.
And watch your back, I'll break your neck. I'll pop a can of iron lack and paint you black. Your name in black, the list and keeping overpacked. The others keep the numbers fake and cut the rank. So every day I'm low until I blow.
Ooh.
Digging hell, I call me Dash of Snow. Money leather puppets run the show. Underrated, calling me J-Lo. Andale, my pee, we have to go. See you later, underrated. See the TLMAO. At the gate of Eden, cotton, I be on the speedy, putting tiny trolley with my slate in, clean and shining, but they don't mind it. You gotta chime in. They don't know what to keep in store. When I be counting big cash, they be on the score. They don't know what to keep in store. Buy fools, buy views, touch wood. No, I don't pop with that. I don't pop with that.
People buy views, I know it's old news, but also bad news for everybody. People buy views, I know it's old news, but I got bad news for everybody. Holy water is no juice, but I know us Jews, we don't like to lose to anybody. People buy views, but I don't buy views. Don't turn on my fuse and watch your back.
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You ain't getting views and I know you jealous. 8, 9, 10, really like 11. I'ma elevate the bread till we get to heaven. Got a whole lot of cash though in the cash, looking like a stolen statue. I'm the best baby. Lot of hate, not getting cake. I can tell that you represent that fakeness. Wait, the jig is up. I can tell your whole damn career's going on. Last year I hit it out the window like the summer. This year I'm messing up the budget. Sheesh. They don't know what to keep in store. When I be counting big cash, they be on the score. They don't know what to keep in store. Buy fools, buy views, such would know. It just hit the fan. 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 It just hit the fan.
People buy views, I know it's old news, but also bad news for everybody. People buy views, I know it's old news, but I got bad news for everybody. Holy water is no juice, but I know us Jews, we don't like to lose to anybody. People buy views, but I don't buy views. Don't turn on my fuse and watch your back.
Alright, that's all, no?
Wow. Oh my goodness. First and foremost, the thing that I just kept thinking throughout this whole thing is this group is so damn tight. Incredibly tight. And they're hitting hard. Now, first of all, second of all, I got a lot to say. That's a lot to unpack, right? I feel like the instrumentation on that, is super low, right? Like you've got the bass, you've got the trombone, which is playing on the lower end of the trombone, right? And you've got the bari sax, right? So it's creating this low, like rumble feel. Next, they're incredibly tight and they're creating this almost cha-cha feel. where we've got the accent on the 2 and the 4 essentially, right? So it feels somewhat syncopated, but not quite because of the way it's hitting. Just a super cool, funky groove. And again, super, super tight. I love that everybody's a part of it. It feels like a party, right? They're all singing and chiming in. The guy that was sitting in the front there, on the stool, I noticed had bare feet. I don't know if there's anything specific about that, but I did notice that. I want to take a quick look. Now, I suspect that person is Rousso and the other is Noga, but I want to double check. I'm going to do a quick image search here. Okay, yes, I've confirmed that is indeed the case. So I'm not sure on the pronunciation still, but I'm gonna say Noga, and if it's different, let me know. But it looks like they're Jewish, which makes sense in the lyrics. They mentioned that a couple times, and so let's talk a little. Well, they're singing. I love the confidence. There wasn't as much singing as there was rapping and just kind of grooving, really. There was a lot of swagger there, especially with Noga. Like, she's just cool and hip and so forth. And I get the feeling she can really sing. We didn't see a lot of it there, but she was definitely calm and comfortable and sounded good for what she did. And the same with Rousso. The lyrics of this is really fun. I did look at the lyrics briefly while I paused as well. And so there's just the repeating theme of, people buy views. I know it's old news, but also bad news for everybody. That concept of buying views, right? And so ultimately, I think there's potentially metaphorical, but certainly at least the literal interpretation of this, where they're literally talking about buying views in the entertainment industry. So, artificially inflating the popularity of, media, essentially. I think there's some potential for, and also industry manipulation and things to that effect. I think there's some metaphorical possibilities as well, right? Like there's, first of all, even literal differences of it could also apply to social media, right? Like buying followers and likes and things to that effect, not just necessarily views, but, it could, in media per se, but social media as well. But I think there's some overtones of, politics, greater societal implications of empowerment and, buying people's, it could even be fame, but, power and things to that effect. And so, I'm curious to hear, what the real root intention is here. The more I look at the lyrics, although I didn't spend a ton of time, the more it feels to me like it is a deliberate, non-metaphorical, right? Literal, sense of it, where they're literally talking about buying views and they're saying we don't need to. And there's the counting. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You ain't getting views, and I know you jealous. 8, 9, 10 mil, 11. I'm gonna elevate the bread till we get to heaven, right? In other words, you need the artificial views, but we're able to get them realistically, right? I can tell you represent that fakeness, right? This is the type of lyrics where I feel like it's a literal interpretation, but wait, yeah, shut the fuck up. I could tell your whole damn career is going under. Again, it all feels like it's, about performance and so forth. But this was a heck of a lot of fun. And I love that groove. Again, it's funky, but, the low instrumentations that, I feel if they're going to go with that and, it's the sound, but man, it would sound even cooler if instead of the trombone, you had the bass trombone with that. That would feel really cool. And then maybe a slide trombone to create some interesting differences, throughout. But nevertheless, they rocked it. That was fabulous. That was so much fun. You're right, Orla. If you knew I'd like this, you're starting to get to know me, and I appreciate you and thank you. Okay, I'm curious what else they can do or what else they're capable of and, so forth. But thank you much. Please subscribe to this channel if you haven't done so yet. Comment on this video. Let me know what you think. We'll see you in the next one. Thank you much.